the next hour of the show, but you might want to watch it on Moving Pictures. Bob, tell people quickly how to do that.
Oh, real quickly, you can find us on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch live streaming right now, and you can find us there at WHUP Pass the Hat. That's at WHUP Pass the Hat everywhere.
Yep. YouTube, our Facebook page.
And Twitch at WHUP Pass the Hat.
Our good friend Tony Lowe is back in the studio here, telling us that we're fortunate to be privy to some newer songs. Tony, welcome.
Thank you. Good to be back here, Kurt. It's been 2 years.
Really?
Almost to the day. I think the last time I was here was February 9th of 24.
Well, great to have you back, and whatever you'd like to start with, we'd love to hear.
All right. This is a new song called Late to the Party, and this is sort of the story of my life. I was late to the party and the guests were filing out. Thought I'd stick around a while, but the scene was heading south. And I knew deep inside I would be there only for a short, precious time. Well, I worked for a while at a stock film company, but the boss couldn't run a business. Soon everybody was set free, and I hit the road again, feeling lost, just searching for some sanity. And the moral of the story was my life could not have really happened any other way for me. From the mountains to the sea and the high winds in the valley, magic moon in the sky, our visions I'll remember for the rest of my time. There was nothing left to gain, and the time had come to leave. As I headed to the door, I was ready to concede that the times had passed all this by. Start looking for a brand new day. And the moral of the story was my life could not have really happened any other way for me.
Tony Lowe.
That was a very
studio.
autobiographical song.
Tony, you shared with me that you retired sometime in the last year or so.
I retired.
Congratulations.
Yeah, I retired from teaching music back in June.
And so is that the reason for this flush of new material?
Maybe, yeah. You know, I mean, I had a lot of new music, but the lyrics were not really forthcoming. But just like in the last month or two, just words started coming, that fit the music. You know, you're a songwriter, and I'm sure you've had music, and you just can't think of I can't think of any words for this. But I guess in the last 2 months, the words started flowing freely again. And a lot of you, those of you who are watching, notice, I'm using cheat sheets because these songs are so new. I haven't really committed a lot of them. Some of them I have, but most of them that I'm doing today, I haven't really committed to memory yet.
First time in over 10 years there's been a music stand here in the studio.
We used to have
not
two,
true.
and now we have one.
You made me feel bad for a second. I thought I was cheating or something.
No, it's like every other week.
Okay.
So, Tony, is that the way it usually happens for you, that you have some music going first and the words come a little later, or?
Yeah, that seems to be the way it's going these days. It's like I'll have, a song I'm playing later, I had a really killer guitar riff. And I usually don't really write killer guitar riffs because I'm not a great guitar player, but I just had this really nice riff, and then music came around it, but I was thinking like, or I couldn't think of any words. It's just like, this is a different type of song. This was sort of like going back to my roots, like sort of like garage psychedelic stuff that we used to do in the early 80s. And it wasn't any of this like sensitive singer-songwriter crap that could really go onto it. But I thought finally it came to me, and it came out really nice. And in fact, I'm going to probably record it for my next single.
Excellent.
But that's like song number, where is that? That's number 5. So we got 4 more songs before we get to that.
Well, let's move along then.
Yeah, we should hear another one.
You want to hear another? Okay. This is another one where I had this really cool riff, very kind of Neil Youngish, but the words were just like, where are they? But they came along. And this is called Distant Cousins. And what inspired the lyrics is that I wrote this about a favorite singer-songwriter of mine that you might remember, P.F. Sloan. Remember P.F. Sloan? I read his biography, and it turns out he was him and I might be distant cousins because we have relatives. His parents were Jews from Romania, and my grandmother, who I might take my last name after, Lowe. Well, she was Kaufman because her husband's name was Alex Lowe. But her family were Jewish people from Romania too. So I'm thinking like, wow, wouldn't it be cool if I was related to this legendary songwriter who's kind of sadly forgotten about today, but he wrote some really monumental songs back in the 60s. Eve of Destruction.
Oh.
Barry McGuire. Remember that one? And
absolutely.
He wrote all sorts of things. He wrote a couple of hits for the Turtles.
Well, actually, Tony, he's related to you.
There you go.
He's related to me.
Rather than the other way around.
Yeah, well, he was older, so I guess I'm related to him. But I don't know. I don't. And it's just a fit of fancy that.
Interesting. Well, you could run one of these.
But maybe
they have these genealogy search programs now.
Yeah, wouldn't that be funny if we really were like fifth cousins or something? Cool. Like her way back in the woodpile. But anyway, this is a song sort of about me and P.F. Sloan as possibly being distant cousins. Talking to me, why are you talking to me? Something heavy's weighing on your mind. And I see you walking toward me, why are you walking toward me? Maybe we are two of a kind. Of course, your task is impossible. But that's why you're working on your own. And while you're thinking it's improbable, will you still end up all alone? Whoa. Hey, hear my brother singing, on a bird he's winging, poetry's a window to the soul. Once in the front page news, now locked away from view, waiting for some miracles to unfold. Of course your task is impossible, but that's why you're working on your own. And while you're thinking it's improbable, will you still end up all alone? Whoa. The march of time through fields of rhyme and friends sticking round to help you. The long regrets, stale cigarettes, and now you listen for someone to come home. Of course, your task is impossible, but that's why you're working on your own. And while you're thinking it's improbable, will you still end up all alone? Thanks.
More
I
Tony Lowe.
didn't play that perfectly, but actually, a lot of these songs. That was the first time this song has ever been played in public.
We love that here on
World
Pass the Hat.
premiere.
It was a world premiere, mistakes and all.
We didn't notice any mistakes, but
No.
Tony, I noticed something very interesting in that song that I think I saw in the first song as well. Is we had the part, the melodic part, and you're singing, and I think it's in a major chord. But then in the middle of the song, there's a whole separate part. I don't know if in this case it went to a minor chord, but something entirely different, almost like a whole separate song. McCartney and Lennon used to do the whole separate song in the middle.
Within a song.
Do you know what I'm talking about?
Are you talking about the bridge?
Yeah. Well, except that for some people, a bridge, it's just a little one or two lines, but this is a whole nice little part in there.
Oh, thanks. That one.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the bridge. But yeah, it's kind of, and I don't use a bridge in every song, but I'm thinking, and in the new batch of songs, there is a bridge or at least a musical interlude.
So how does that happen? So do you get bored halfway through, or you're thinking, well, or this you keep hearing this separate sort of bridge thing?
You
or-
know, it either I've been writing songs a long time, and I guess I just have an instinct whether or not the song needs a bridge or it doesn't need a bridge, and I seem to know that now a lot more than I did years ago, and and with these new songs, it's just like it needs a bridge, but I haven't had trouble conjuring up a bridge. Mm-hmm. I've had more trouble, as I said before, conjuring up lyrics that fit the music.
It was nice, very effective.
Oh, thank you. Thanks.
Speaking of lyrics, you've mentioned having a hard time coming up with lyrics, and that somehow the dam broke maybe a couple of months ago, and lyrics started flowing again.
Yeah.
Was there any rhyme or that's probably not the right term to use, rhyme or reason to that?
Yeah, it's a good term.
Any event or anything that you can attribute to, now this is opening up, or did we just need some snowy weather to remind you of home?
No, just lots of drugs and booze. No, I'm just kidding.
Hey,
that was a joke.
Don't knock it. That's how so many people write songs.
No, I don't really do that. I'm trying to think though, what inspired this? You know what inspired it? It's just sort of like sometimes when I'm writing songs, I get a little lazy, or maybe it's because the words come quicker, but I was having trouble coming up with words. So I just really kind of, every day I just got my guitar out and just kept playing the chords over and over again until I heard words in my mind. And it's just like, most of the time they were pretty good. And then I'd write lyrics, I'd write verses down, and then I did a lot of tweaking, saying like, those words really aren't so good. In fact, it's funny, there was one song I'm playing later called Song for Amy that, sorry, my phone tone is driving me crazy here. As
Maybe that's Amy.
No, this Amy doesn't know me. I don't want to give away too much about that.
Maybe it was P.F. Sloan.
But interestingly, these words, like in one of the verses, I just really didn't like it because it just sounded kind of like contrived. But today I changed the pronoun from you to she, and just that changing that one pronoun, it just feels so much better because it just feels like instead of me lecturing somebody, it just feels like I'm telling a story.
Now
about
you're just
someone.
talking about.
I'm telling a story about someone who's maybe a little bit more removed instead of saying but it's funny. It's like, wow, maybe it just needed a change of pronoun.
What's nice is that a lot of people maybe, especially if they're beginning to write songs, feel pressured. Just I got to finish this song now. But it sounds like you give them time. You just kind of let it come to you, and when it feels right.
Yeah, well, these songs definitely needed and still need time to breathe a little bit because I'm not even so sure I'm finished tweaking. I mean, the major parts are done. They're like 96% done, but there might still be a word out there that just needs a tweak, a pronoun change or
Well, I like the work ethic of you having the songs and knowing that you needed lyrics and not just being passive about it. You sat down every day. You made space every day to sit down and play the music and get words to form.
Yeah.
So that you could start the process of then tweaking the words. And I think often that's what it takes. You just have to do it.
Yeah, I really tried to push myself on these a little bit because I'm just thinking like this is really good music and the words are just not happening. So, okay, I had this riff. This is a song I'm going to play now. I came up with this. And I was like, man, I really like that, but nothing. Nothing. So it just took me days, maybe weeks, just sitting at my dining room table going, what is going on here? What is this music telling me? And then it came, and this song turned out, it's called It Could Happen to You, and it turned out to be a song, funny enough, of your spirit becoming disembodied. Your spirit leaving your body for a few minutes or seconds or half hour and then coming back
For an eternity.
And I've had like two experiences of that in my life. Once when I was under hypnosis, I was visiting a therapist back I was living in New York City, and I was right after my first marriage ended. This was back in 1997, and I was going to a therapist, and she hypnotized me one night, and I had this sort of out of body experience.
Sure.
And then the next one was maybe like a year or two later. I was listening. This is really funny. I was lying on my bed, like half asleep, listening to the Beach Boys' Pet Sounds album, and I was listening to that song. I think it was I Just Wasn't Made for These Times. And there's this one part where it's like this really weird and I was like half asleep, but when I heard that, like in my like semi slumber, I swear I felt my spirit leaving my body, and I got really scared, and it startled me. That's how
I imagine so.
And I kind of like what made myself wake up to full consciousness.
Right.
But it was definitely an out of body experience, and the rest of the words just kind of came up with with the cold weather we've been having. I've been lighting Duraflame logs in the fireplace, and I just like the way the gray smoke goes up through the chimney and goes into the freezing air of night.
Yep.
And it just sort of like kind of came together. And this is a world premiere too.
All right.
So I don't know. I
Let's
hope
hear
you
the
like
out-of-body
it.
experience.
Yeah. So this is called "It Could Happen to You." So let's see how this goes. A 1, 2, 3, 4. What if your spirit could exit your body? I started to panic and rushed back. It felt so strange now to be disembodied, weightless, floating, detached. And it could happen to you. This may happen only once in a lifetime. It could happen to me. It could happen to you. Howling winds come storming in now, blowing with seismic motion. Don't be scared, it doesn't really matter. A grain of sand in the ocean. Okay, it could happen to you. This may happen only once in a lifetime. It could happen to me, it could happen to you. Gray smoke floating up through the chimney greets the icy air of night. The sky is alive now with crystalline fire, infinite blackness and starlight. And it could happen to you. This may happen only once in a lifetime. It could happen to me, it could happen to you, it could happen to me. It could happen to you, it could happen to me, oh, it could happen to you.
Tony Lowe live here in the studio, and I could hear the backup singers in that song.
Yeah, I tried to, sort of do the background vocals, but yeah.
Are you thinking about recording this song and having backup singers and instrumentation?
Not yet. There are two other songs I'm thinking. I'm going to record a single really soon with Doug Davis in Winston-Salem. He produced my last album 2 years ago when I was here last.
Doug, another friend of the show, he was in here with us last summer, I believe.
Okay, yeah, really real. And I've sent him the demos of the two songs, and we're going to do that. But I don't know. Who knows? Maybe if this next single gets a good response, I'll record that. Did you like that last song? Or
I did like that last song. It was
too esoteric.
No, it was esoteric, but it had kind of this. The riff that you played for us before the song has this wonderful jangly pop kind of a sound to it that I think that's what put backup singers in my mind when you first started out, and then when you got to the chorus, I was hearing echoing backup singers behind you.
Yeah,
it could happen to you. It could happen to you.
Yeah. There's definitely a lot of room for that.
So Tony, your existing recordings, where can people find those?
People can find them on. They can order them through Bandcamp, my Bandcamp. They can order them through Amazon.
Speaking of Bandcamp, next Friday is Bandcamp Friday.
Which is what?
On Bandcamp Fridays, when people buy your stuff on Bandcamp, you get 100% of the proceeds.
Oh, okay.
Bandcamp waives their
Yeah.
fees. So,
Yeah.
y'all, get out there.
I don't think CD Baby sells solid units anymore, but you can download it through, any, all the major
All the streaming platforms.
Yeah, all the streaming platforms. Yeah, just Tony Lowe, LOW.
Everybody, you can follow Tony out there on Facebook. Probably see all of his adventures. Also, he has a nice Reverb Nation page.
Reverb Nation, yeah, that's mine.
Which is a good site. And Tony, upcoming gigs?
Yeah, I'm actually playing next Saturday. That's a week from tomorrow, March 7th, with my friend Doug Baker, who I know he's been in here. We're playing at Common Grounds on Elam Avenue.
Great place.
We're doing what I call the Breakfast Club series, and this is the last one of the Breakfast Club series that Doug organized, and it's from 10 a.m. till 1 p.m. So that's
nice.
So that's a morning kind of thing that goes to late morning till early afternoon, and people can come in and you can have sort of like a late breakfast or coffee.
Have your brunch downtown.
And Doug and
your
I will
afternoon
be
is free.
Yeah, and the music is free. The food and coffee isn't, of course, and Doug and I are going to be taking turns playing songs. It's sort of like a song circle, and this is the last one of the series because it's been going on for about a year now.
Excellent. Well, Tony, we're about to approach the top of the hour, but we have the perfect amount of time to piece in one more song before we do a little business.
Okay. I'm going to play you, actually, this song is, I wrote it last year, so this is not a brand new one. This is called The Last Tear, and this is a song I wrote about Petrushka, the ballet by Stravinsky. I've always loved the music, and I saw a production of it on YouTube by the Ballet Russe, I think, and it just really inspired me to write a song about Petrushka, and how he dies at the end, and he cries a real tear because he was in love with this puppet, this woman or a girl puppet, and he gets stabbed by his rival, who's another puppet, and it's just such a beautifully sad ending. But he cries a real tear, and so I wrote this song called "The Magic Tear." Okay, so it goes like this. Dry your eyes, hear the crowd gasp and cry. Now you've won the life you've been yearning. Oh, dry your eyes, as you lay here and die. Don't you know that your soul's lost its burden? See the harlequin dance for her supper to the song of the harmonium. Let the freezing gray snow clouds enfold us, for the time of our leaving has come. Dry your eyes, hear the crowd gasp and cry. Now you've won the life you've been yearning. Dry your eyes, as you lay here and die. Don't you know that your soul's lost its burden? Icebergs on every horizon frame the frozen black lake 'neath the stars. In the dark mirror lies your reflection, and you lash out but can't run too far. There's no longer a desert between us, and the cause of my suffering's gone. Is it too late to join us together? I have waited for your love so long. Dry your eyes, dry your eyes, hear the crowd gasp and cry. Now you've won the life you've been yearning. In the end, your humanity saved you, 'cause your heart suffered sorrow and pain. So try again, your mortality made you, and her love you can surely now attain. Dry your eyes, dry your eyes, hear the crowd gasp and cry. Now you've won the life you've been yearning. Oh, dry your eyes, dry your eyes, as you lay here and die. Don't you know that your soul's lost its burden? Do 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 do. Da 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 da.
Everybody, we have reached the top of the hour, and we are at WHUP LP Hillsborough. The show is Pass the Hat. We are here every Friday from 6 to 8 p.m., 6:30 to 7:30, having a wonderful live music guest. Tonight's guest is Tony Lowe, and Tony has agreed to present an example of our second sponsor's
We didn't give him a choice.
work. Bob, tell us about, we are fortunate to have two sponsors. The sponsor for the second half of the show is?
That's right. Dear listener, you have made it to the second half of the show, and support for this second half of the show is sweetly provided by Matthew's Chocolates, 104 North Churton Street, Hillsborough, North Carolina, the finest in chocolate and chocolate accessories for all of your chocolate needs. And let's face it, we all have chocolate needs. Every guest on Pass the Hat gets a gift of chocolate from Matthew. We don't know what's in the box, but we know that it is delicious. And
right.
Matthew has a shop full of chocolate right now, and especially, apparently there's only particular times of the year when the humidity is just right that you can make homemade marshmallows. And he's got a shop full of homemade marshmallows, regular ones and Oreo cookie homemade marshmallows.
Ooh.
So y'all, get over there, get yourself the best latte in Hillsborough, and have him drop one of those Oreo cookie marshmallows in there, and you will be happy.
Yeah, it's one of the things I look forward to every time I'm on your show.
Right? It's all about the chocolate. I think that's why most people show up on the show.
And the bourbon.
Chocolate and bourbon.
Chocolate and bourbon. That's all you need.
That's the recipe for happiness here on Pass the Hat.
That is the key to happiness, generally speaking.
Well, we are here in our second half of the show with our guest, Tony Lowe, regaling us with his a lot of wonderful new songs that he's written just over the past couple of months, although that last one I think he said was a year old. Still, I think
not quite a year old. That's
still
probably
a relatively recent song.
Yeah, about 8 months.
Tony, I've been admiring that beautiful guitar, and it sings. Tell us about.
Isn't it great?
What do you have there?
This is a 1987 Guild D50.
Ah.
Which I bought about 8 years ago now, almost 8 years ago. And I use it live, but I don't play it that much. But it sounds recording wise, it's the best sounding guitar I have for picking. Picking parts. It's just, you're right. It just sings.
So
And,
D means dreadnought.
Yes.
And
D
it is
means dreadnought. Yeah.
full-size guitar and beautiful headstock on there. And
Yeah.
just,
Yeah. And this is the D50 model. This
Nice.
is the. I have a D40 model, and the difference between they look the same, but the D40 is mahogany. This is rosewood.
Well, you're right. I'm wearing the headphones, and it sounds great in my ears as well.
Yeah.
Can you make it sing for us? Play us another song?
You want another song?
Oh,
Sure.
I want a lot more songs.
Oh, okay. Okay. I thought for some reason because I had more, and I was
no,
thinking.
we
like,
have 30 minutes or more
Oh,
songs.
okay. That's what I thought. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah. I was thinking like, God, that's all. I thought it was an hour, but okay. Very good. Okay. This is let's see. This is called The Heist, and this is I think going to be my next single that I'm going to record with Doug Davis. Here's a case of me getting that killer riff. And the riff, I came up with this, and I usually don't come up with great guitar riffs, but I just came up with this. And I was thinking, like, man, that is cool, but that's going back to my roots. Now, that's not sensitive singer-songwriter stuff. So what I basically came up to, make a long story short, is this is a very non-autobiographical film. This most of the time songs involve me, to some extent. This
Sure.
song is nothing to do with me. I just wrote it's almost like a mini gangster movie. It's called The Heist, and it's about basically not a lot of deep thinking. It's about these guys planning to blow a safe somewhere. So every time I'm playing this, just think of that riff. I'll sing it anyway. This is called The Heist, and this is brand new. This is I played it at Doodad Farm last night for a world premiere. So this is the second world premiere. 1, 2, 3, 4. Jules pays the muscle, Harry pays the rent. Hanging out till Monday, money's been well spent. Big plans for Tuesday, Bobby plans to split. After things are planted, for the vault is hit. Going for a ride, going for a ride. I'll forget about you. Let all the faces and the names fade from your memory's view. Oh. You say that you love me, think of what you saw. Tools of my trade say I work outside the law. Open up your eyes, girl, I can't let you in. If I don't return, you can tell my next of kin. Going for a ride, going for a ride. I'll forget about you. Let all the faces and the names fade from your memory's view. Do diddle do 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 diddle do. Boo biddle do 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 do. Going for a ride, we're going for a ride. I'll forget about you. Let all the faces and the names fade from your memory's view. Oh, our plans got shattered. Someone tipped the heat. Not even safe to walk out in the street. Everyone's a suspect, someone's gotta pay. Find out who betrayed us before they get away.
live here in the studio. Tony, does that song harken back to your pop garage rock days in the 80s?
Yeah, that's something that my old group, the Cheapskates, probably would have done.
Kind of had that vibe?
Yeah, but that's probably, I think, better than anything I could have written back in the day.
Well, sure, you get better every day.
Tell
Thanks.
us about those days. You lived near south of New York City, or you lived near New York City?
I grew up north of New York City,
north,
in a
okay.
town called Mamaroneck. It's sort of like it's in Westchester County, and it's sort of like it's sort of considered a suburb of New York City. My father used to commute to work. He used to take the train to the city. So I guess by train, the New Haven Railroad, it was probably about a 40-minute train ride.
Yeah, that's
in
not
the
bad.
Grand Central Station. And I went to school. You guys might remember I grew up and I graduated high school, Mamaroneck High School, and I went to school here for 4 years in Chapel Hill, and I actually got in on a music scholarship on the with the trombone. That was my first instrument because I never would have gotten in, but I ended up giving up music, and I got a degree in political science. Probably a mistake, but who knows? These things happen. Who really knows what they want to do when they're 18? Right?
I sure as heck didn't.
No, I don't think you can't expect any kid. By the way, my daughter's 18, and she's actually entering college in the fall, and she seems to know what she wants. But
my
wish her luck.
But my youngest son, same thing. He's known exactly what he's wanted to do since middle school, and he laid out a plan and he did it. I was the exact opposite. I went to 2 years of undergrad, and I just said, I have no idea why I'm here. And I left, for 7 or 8 years before I went back.
My best friend growing up in New York did the same thing. He graduated with me from the same class in Mamaroneck High School. He went to school for 2 years, and he just dropped out because he had no idea what he wanted to do.
Yeah, I felt like I was wasting everybody's time.
Yeah. And he worked for a while, for a couple of years, then he went back to school later when he was a little bit more, had it together.
Exactly.
And college is not for everyone, especially when you're 18. Maybe you have to wait a few years. But I lived in. I moved into when I graduated college. I from Chapel Hill. I went back home for a few months, and then I moved into the city. And then there was like this garage psychedelic underground that was sort of beginning to take shape.
Right.
And I formed this band called the Cheapskates, and we were like, we were like Led Zeppelin. No, I'm just kidding. But we were, but we were luckier than most because we were on at least a record label. It was an independent label, but there were.
That was a heady time in music, especially in the big cities, because punk was taking off. This whole garage rebirth was happening, garage band kind of stuff, and it sounds like you guys were right in the mix of it.
We were there at the right time, and we were sort of like at the forefront of that underground garage psych thing, and we were on a New York label, and then a few years later we were on a German label. We toured Europe and everything.
Right. Sweet.
I got to see the Berlin Wall a year before it came down. That was one of mine. Saw the guard towers in East Berlin with the guards, looking at us with binoculars. We were on the other side of it was right at the Brandenburg Gate. I'll never forget it. Very, 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 very cool. And over the years, I think, I really started taking the singer-songwriter thing seriously in the late 90s, because before that I was a bass player. I played bass before I played guitar. So the first couple of songs I wrote with the Cheapskates, I actually wrote on bass, believe it or not. And then I sort of said, well, if I'm going to write songs, I really got to learn how to play guitar. So I'm not a great guitar player, but I know enough, and I think I'm glad because I think my songs have evolved a lot through the years to more of a singer-songwriter, folk rock, folk pop thing. But the Heist that I just played you is definitely a kind of a return to my roots, which I'm glad of because I like it a lot, and I think it's a fun song, and not every song has to be sensitive singer-songwriter stuff.
Well, in fact, I would argue that you have to have some that are not to kind of mix it up every now and then.
Yeah.
Certainly for any live performance.
Yeah.
Which we have right now, and I think it's time for you to play another song.
I think
it
is too. This is going to be the other side of the single, and this is not really garagey. This is sort of like folk rockish though, And it's interesting because I have the capo on the 5th fret. So this is called Dream My Life Around You. This I wrote around the same time as the Magic Tear that I played 2 songs before. And this is actually a true story. So this isn't the heist was absolutely not autobiographical. This song, it is. So this goes like this. Hey, I'm wishing you were here living with me. Seems so long, it's been about a year. Sat right down to write you this letter. Hope your reply doesn't confirm all my fears. Love's a precious thing, please don't break my heart. Love me now from the start. Dream my life around you. I'll dream my life around you. Now there's nothing more I can do, so I will dream my life around you. Looks like I'm going way out on a limb here. Never opened myself like this before. Please give my missive your true consideration. I'd love to see you walking through my door. And love's a precious thing, please don't break my heart. Love me now from the start. Dream my life around you. I'll dream my life around you. Now there's nothing more I can do, so I will dream my life around you. The hopes and dreams of all my feelings are encapsulated here for you. Hope you feel the same way about me. I'd be incredibly happy if you do, 'cause love's a precious thing. Oh gosh. Love's a I forgot the part. Love's a precious thing. Please don't break my heart. Love me now from the start. I'll dream my life around you. I'll dream my life around you. Now there's nothing more I can do, so I will dream my life, dream my life, dream my life around you. Don't feel bad, guys. I have never played that song right live once. It's always something I forget.
Tony Lowe live here in the studio. World premiere, brand new song, first time ever played.
So Tony,
Yes, it was the first time I've ever played that.
Yes.
these that you're going to record here in a little bit, will it just be you solo? Will you be adding other instruments?
No, I'll be adding other instruments for sure. Yeah.
Yeah, both of
Guitar,
those last 2 songs, the A side and the B side.
Yeah.
As you were playing them, I could hear other parts in there that I could hear background singers and a lead guitar throwing it down.
Oh, it's always going to be like full band bass, bass, drums, lead guitar, keyboards. I mean, whenever I record, I just don't record solo acoustic. It's like 99% of the time. It's
And so will these players be doing individual tracks, or will you be getting together doing it sort of live?
I don't know yet. I play most of the parts myself.
Okay, cool.
But on my last album, Doug Davis played a lot of guitar parts and keyboard parts too. I usually play acoustic guitars and bass and some electric. I usually have a drummer who Doug procures for me, and then he adds a lot of keyboards and some electric guitar work too.
Singer-songwriter music, what they're missing, Bob, are trombones.
Right?
You know,
I haven't heard a trombone yet.
I've never. That's my first instrument. I still play. I
Oh,
started
great.
playing again, but the funny thing is, I've never recorded my trombone on any of my music.
Here we go.
That may be something to look forward to in the future.
Well, Kim Lane will be sad that there's no trombone.
She likes a trombone. It's the trumpet she has a problem with. She makes
That's a true
them stay
story.
down on by the front
Out in
door.
the street.
Well, I owe a debt to the trombone because the trombone is the only reason I'm sitting here right now. Because if I hadn't played the trombone, I wouldn't have gotten into UNC. I would have ended up going to school somewhere up north. And if I hadn't gone to UNC, I never would have ended up moving down here when I did.
You wouldn't have fallen in love with North Carolina.
Right, exactly. I wouldn't have become a Tar Heel fan. So the trombone was sort of like if you hold it right, it's sort of like a golden key that unlocked the door to my future.
Well, it's a very cool instrument. Really, always.
Oh, I love
enjoy
it.
those.
Yeah.
That was my band in the school band in junior high school and high school.
Really?
Yeah,
You guys could form like a trombone.
a
band.
trombone band.
Well, there are trombone quintets and trombone octets.
I'm sure there are. On that note, don't you think we should hear another song, Kirk?
Oh yeah.
What you got, Tony?
This is not a new song.
We've got. I'm sorry to interrupt, but maybe 2 songs left if you got two. to play.
Okay, let me see here. Oh, you know what? All right. Well, okay. Let me skip that one. I'm going to do my response to the State of the Union.
Perfect timing.
Yeah.
Fits in with our earlier playlist.
Yes, and this is called. This is a song I wrote last year, right after the election in 24, and this is called "The Last Street in America," and this is sort of a confluence of my friend Shane, who was in the Cheapskates with me, and he lives all the way up in New York State now on the Canadian border. And the Canadian border is literally across the street from him, from his front porch.
Right.
And that way, if anything really bad happens, he says he can just step over
Just
the border.
run away.
Right. And I was thinking, this comes together very nice with my feelings about what's going on in Washington. So I wrote this song called "The Last Street in America." So it goes like this. The last street in America, pack up your bags, salute the flag. The last chance to save anything that we hold dear, we're leaving next year. The border's beckoning, a stone's throw from my yard. There comes a reckoning that you just can't disregard. The last street in America, pack up your bags, salute the flag. The last chance to save anything that we hold dear, we're leaving next year. Foraging for wild mushrooms and dandelion greens. They've reached now the bitter fruit of silent complicity. And things could be better. Let's check the weather. Storm clouds are billowing, can't you see? Boom. Just listen to, I can hear it now. Ed Murrow reported the news. Good and bad were clear cut then, and villains would always lose. The last street in America, pack up your bags, salute the flag. The last chance to save anything that we hold dear, we're leaving this year. La la da da da, la da 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 da, la da 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 da, la la da da da.
Tony Lowe, live here on Pass the Hat, the last street in America. State of the Union, y'all. All right. We're reaching the bottom of the hour, and you don't need to hear us talking anymore. You probably want Tony to play us one more song and play us out, because we are getting near the bottom of the hour. And at the bottom of the hour, the live stream ends.
Okay.
We flip over to just the radio broadcast, and we play songs from a playlist that Tony provides for us. So you guys get ready. After this song, the live stream will end, and we'll go back over to WHUPFM.org or FM 104.7 here in Hillsborough.
All right. I'm gonna play a song called "Don't Forget to Say Hello." This is a song. It's not a new song, but it's a song that hasn't been recorded yet. So I like it. It's sort of autobiographical. So it goes like this. Don't forget to say hello to Barbara. Don't forget to say hello to Barbara. She's such a lovely girl to me. And I want the whole world to see. I hope that she will remember the times we drove around town, January till December. She rode up and we went down. Don't forget to say hello to Barbara. Don't forget to say hello to Barbara. She's such a lovely girl to me. And I want the whole world to see. One golden fall we came together. Tall buildings blink their eyes. Thought it would go on forever. Why, the things we did and the places we'd go. Every day a new surprise. Oh, don't forget to say hello to Barbara. Don't forget to say hello to Barbara. Go! On New Year's Day the sun was weeping, a mix of sorrow and joy. I guess I did too much sleeping, for when I woke up, much to my surprise, I no longer was her boyfriend. Don't forget to say hello to Barbara. Don't forget to say hello to Barbara. She's such a lovely girl to me. And I want the whole world. I want the whole world. Yes, I want the whole world to see. Hey Barbara, you are the only one I ever loved. I need you now. Why don't you come back to my life? We'll go driving round town. Hey Barbara. That's it.
Hello, Barbara. Tony Lowe, live here on Pass the Hat, and we have reached that point of the show, y'all, that I warned you about. We're going to turn off the live stream, but don't go away. Tony is sticking around here for another 30 minutes. He's going to intro and outro some wonderful music that he brought in with him, music that he likes, music that inspires him, music that he thinks you need to hear. So we're going to do that in just a moment. But for right now, Tony's going to wave goodbye, and we're going to lose this live stream, y'all. So jump over to WHUPFM.org or FM 104.7 right here in Hillsboro.